Dearborn, Michigan is home to the largest public exhibit of minerals from the Great Lakes region. Now this morning, Ansley Watson is telling us more about this display and where we can find it. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. So I'm standing in Houghton in the A.E. Seaman Mineral Museum. And not only is it home to thousands of minerals, but it is also the official mineral museum of Michigan. So in a bit, we're going to talk about what is a mineral. What's the difference between a mineral and a rock? We'll see minerals such as calcite and gypsum and sulfur. So stay with us. This stuff is really interesting, and they've got a huge display here. Reporting live in Houghton, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right, thank you very much, Ansley. Pay attention. There'll be a test later on. Hopefully she doesn't test us because I fail.
Oh yeah, I'm with you on that one.
I look out in the yard and I pick up something and I go, it's a rock. It could be worth something.
Yeah, pretty, not pretty. That's how I classify my rocks.
And I have the best garden because it produces so many rocks every year. I don't know how to tell you. I know. 11 after the hour this morning, we're learning all about minerals that come from the region. We're heading out to the A.E. Seaman Mineral Museum. Ansley Watson is there to tell us more about their collection. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. Oh my goodness, they have so many minerals on display here. I'm here joined with the director, Ted Bornhorst. Good morning. Thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So this museum actually was founded, what, 1902?
1902 by Professor A.E. Seaman, and it started as a teaching collection, and it has evolved over the years to internationally and nationally recognized mineral museum. We're one of the best mineral museums in North America.
How did that come to be? How did you guys get so many minerals here? And how many do you have here?
Well, we have our holdings are about 40,000 specimens total, and it comes about mostly by generous people that give us minerals and by mineral collectors that want to preserve their legacy. So they give us their collection and we incorporate those into our master collection. And over the years, it slowly but surely grows.
No kidding. Well, we're looking at some minerals here. And just, I guess I'm very curious as to when you go out in nature, how do you just stumble upon a mineral? What do people look for? Because, I mean, you don't see this, right?
Right. People that, with the trained eye, you can go through and walk through an area with rocks on the surface, bedrock, and you can find pockets or cavities, and you might see a little hole and see something in there, and you recover it, and some of these things actually come out of mines, so therefore they're mining for a mineral to recover its value and to use it, because minerals are the foundation of modern society. We use minerals in our everyday lives, and so mines are found throughout the world, and you might find a pocket and then somebody preserves it rather than destroying it and processing it to get the product for which they're trying to get.
And I guess some of these actually do look like rocks from the outside, but when you break them open, they're absolutely just gorgeous. What is the difference between a mineral and rock? How would people know that?
Well, a mineral is an individual substance with a certain chemical composition and a natural crystalline structure made by nature, but a rock is really just simply an aggregate or mixture of minerals. So what typically would be is these would be considered minerals. I mean, and even a rock is made of minerals, but they're basically where you would have one mineral concentrated together, where a rock would be a mixture, so you'd have lots and lots of fine specks of different minerals.
Where do the colors come from? How do they get these spikes and the round tips? How does that form?
Well, it's all about how nature makes it, and it's a matter of the processes involved in making it. And the color comes about by the elements in the particular mineral and their response to light.
Okay. Do you have any pretty rare minerals here?
Oh yes, we have a lot of rare minerals. There are about 4,600 different mineral species. We have about 2,000 of them. Most of them are fairly rare. There are far fewer number of very common species, maybe several hundreds of very common species, like the mineral quartz, which you've just seen here, or the mineral amethyst. That's relatively common, or calcite, but there are plenty of rare species.
Okay. Well, thank you, Ted. We have plenty more to talk about here at the A.E. Seaman Mineral Museum, so stay with us. Reporting live in Houghton, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right, thank you very much, Ansley. Those are really cool looking.
They are.
That's a nice place to check out.
Good thing they're behind glass, because I would want to touch
Oh,
them.
right? How could you keep your fingers off of that?
They're also, they're big samples of them as well.
And no, of course.
Welcome back. Well, this morning we're heading back to the AE Seaman Mineral Museum with Ansley Watson so she can tell us that everything she's been learning there so far. And Ansley, remember, you can't take those home with you.
No, I know. I can't take any of these minerals home. They're staying here because they have got a huge display and it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm joined by the director, Ted Bornhorst. Good morning. Thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, good morning.
So earlier we were looking at some minerals right here. Big display of copper.
Yeah.
One of the largest, actually, correct?
Right, we have the world's finest collection of crystallized copper, all of which are derived here from the copper country, so from the Keweenaw Peninsula, so from the mines that existed from the 1845 to 1968.
And you were telling me this isn't only the largest, but you have quality pieces here as well.
Oh yeah, we have great quality specimens, arguably one of the finest crystallized copper specimens in existence, and a lot of other icons. The one we're looking at right here in front of you is a connoisseur specimen, and it's known by the nickname as a grasshopper.
I see it.
Yes, and it kind of does look like a grasshopper, and when you get told what it is. And on the end is a specimen that made the cover of an international magazine, and it is a specimen right over here. This one right back right here. That specimen there, and it was it's a connoisseur, well known by connoisseurs. We use it as our logo specimen.
Now, these do have very interesting shapes to them. Do you know how that forms?
Yeah, well, it's all formed by the process for which the minerals themselves form, and in most of these cases it has to do with how the elements combine with each other and what crystalline feature they form. And these are various geometric shapes, such as a dodecahedron or a tetrahexahedron, which has certain geometric shapes, and that has to do with the controls involved in crystallization.
Now, you have a lot of different displays. Talk to me about some of the highlights that you have here.
Well, you know, right up front here in the museum, we have we were looking at earlier the beauty of minerals, and this now we're in the Michigan Copper Gallery, and then down the line we have Lake Superior Iron, Lower Michigan, gemstones. We have a well-recognized, nationally known fluorescent gallery, use of minerals that show people how minerals are used in their daily lives, including in cars. Displays on how minerals form in nature, and just worldwide minerals. And collection not only has minerals from Michigan and the Great Lakes region, but also from around the world.
Tell me some of those countries that some of these minerals are from.
Oh, every country in the world has minerals from it, and we have countries. We may not have every country in the world's minerals from here in our exhibits, but we have them from all over the world: China, Pakistan, India, Europe, South America. Islands, you know, Japan, etc.
Are people continuing to still find minerals to this day?
You know, people continue to find lots of minerals, of course, but if you ask the question of are we finding new minerals that nobody ever found before, yes. They find about 30 minerals a year, something in that neighborhood.
And do you ever find any of those really newfound minerals coming here to this museum?
We have some that come to this museum, but in these days, if you find a new mineral, it's usually a fairly small little speck of things. There might be only one or two pieces of it in existence.
What would you like people to know about this museum if they've never been here before?
Well, it's a great place to see the natural beauty and nature's masterpieces. We have a lot of beautiful things, and you can learn about why minerals are important in your life, and just have an enjoyment time seeing natural art.
Well, thank you, Ted, so much for being with us this morning.
You're welcome.
It's been a pleasure exploring. There's so much to see here.
Oh, great. Come back sometime.
Yeah, well, I'll have to. Reporting live in Houghton, Ansley Watson, and we'll be back with more of your TV6 Morning News after the break.